Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions. And you are watching I Watch You Watch. We're covering Love and Marriage DC Season 2, Episode 23, maybe 24. This is the reunion part 3. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, also subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments below in the comment section. I won't be before you long because I will say this. I think I'm going to be griping a lot, unfortunately, because I'm going to give my perception of the last half of the reunion, or the last part of the reunion, and then my final thoughts on everything. I've kind of been giving them all season long, but just so that we're clear. So let's get into it. We start off where we ended off last episode. It's about Yusha thinking, so you think I've been a fraud to you? Winter and Yusha still going back at it, there's no real resolve there. It's just basically Winter just says bye. He finally gets in a crack. I think Yusha, people think, oh, Yusha. See, this is the thing. When I look at Yusha wanted to go in from the beginning. And you can say, oh, he's been holding his composure. But if you're trying to be seen in a certain light, you're not going to go off right away. But that's been in him the whole time. You can see the building frustration. You can tell that his face was on the floor, that he was being exposed, and then also having this lady tell him about himself. He was ready to go off. I don't think that he's a ticking time bomb, but obviously there is a different character than what we see on television. Some of it is exposed and some of it isn't. Y'all hate the Silvers, but they just kind of are, they are who they are. On camera and off camera. So it's like, y'all hate it, but y'all want reality. While other people pretend to be something else. Off camera, than on camera. Anyways, they finally scoot him off, because there's nothing more to say about that. Yusha, aka Joshua, that's his real name. His excuse, he says, I might as well fly off the broom. Remember that part? Yeah, so whatever. I don't have much importance in that. They bring Carmen out. And Carlos claps and he says, oh, no claps. It's like Carlos wants to bring some comedy. I just don't know if Carlos really knows what the weight of what is going on with this group at that point. Now, we done seen another wave of how they actually feel about each other in the group, and actually how they feel about Carlos, which we're going to talk about at the end. So Carmen comes out. They talk about, have you guys been in a threesome? Her, Joy, and Clifton. She says no. They all answer no. Have you ever been intimate with Clifton, Carmen? No. Joy feels like she is best friends with Carmen. Now, Carmen in interviews is like, I don't know how we can be best friends. We don't even have common interests. She always has said that she's friends because she's associated with Clifton. So it's odd. I think that because the three didn't stay on script, meaning i.e. Carmen, it kind of messed up their flow as to what they wanted to keep sharing. I'm confused, but it's like at the Petties, we finally got more information about them. It's like there's not much more meat to this story, but it's like at the reunion part 3, Joy starts opening up, and it's basically we're hearing her inner confessional as they are trying to get. You can tell. But before I get there, Arena, you've been fighting Joy's battle since the beginning of season 2. You've been spreading the stuff amongst the group about Black and all that. You get to be fan favorite and also the bone collector. And you act like it's your job to keep protecting Joy. There are reasons why Ashley says that you have chosen a side. You can like Joy all you want to. Even at the beginning of the season, you and Joy weren't all that close. Now y'all are, at least in pictures, in videos. And let's support this. Let's act like we're such a good cast. These couples are such a good cast. And I understand the manipulation that goes on. Everybody acts like there's such support. You're in an alliance. Tyler's and the Petties. And you might actually like each other. But I get the strategy that y'all are pulling for this show. But Irena, you're sitting here almost getting into a physical altercation with Sherelle over you talking about her husband. Again, if someone talks about Jamie, that's just it. You coming after them. So why are you fighting her battles? They were right there. And Joy was like, this is not the place or the time to actually be getting into this. And then it took them several months to get her and Black into a room to actually talk. So when people say that they were able to ice people out in their own way, what other choice and what other way are we supposed to think that it takes months to get a confrontation, and then all of a sudden in that confrontation now I didn't feel protected? Y'all tell me. I mean, I'm looking at the same screen that you all are, and a conversation that could have been happened a long time ago, and now she doesn't feel protected. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I forgot about Sherelle and Black because they only spent time on her being a shy chick or not. Carlos is asking the married women about anyone in a relationship, and you're having side conversations with a woman and how it looks. There's the Blacks, or whoever they are, whatever their last name, Duncans. They're trying to defend themselves, and it's mostly pushed hard. I have a problem with that, and you know I respect you and honor you, Mr. Carlos. But I mean, you push back on them, but you've given no type of pushback on the Petties. They've given you nothing. And if Ashley had not exposed them being married, they would still be giving you nothing. Ashley saved the show. It gave us much nausea and a lot of nausea, I guess, and boredom because y'all kept stretching it out. But Ashley saved your show. And yes, I'm Team Ashley, but at the same time, it gave them relevance, and I wish Ashley had not. Because look at them. They still don't have to deliver, and somehow they still get by, and I don't like that whatsoever. Yeah, but Irena, you look like a fool. That you're sitting up here fighting the battles while they just sit there. You look like a fool, but I guess you needed to get reunion time so that you don't look boring. You look like a fool to get involved in this mess that had nothing to do with you. But you've been doing that all season long for Joy. And that's why I say you look like a fool. They let you fight their battles. Whatever. And the whole read about get a man, that's so crazy. That's so early 2000s. Stop it. I know you're from a different generation and you need a man to be secure. Even though you guys got your own businesses or whatever, but you know you're not leaving your man for nothing. You'll stand by him whether he's right or wrong. Whether y'all cheating on each other or not. Yeah, but that read is so old. Stop expecting women to always have to have a man. But we found out that the Tylers already know about Carmen's man. They've met him on different occasions. And now she's acting like they don't know nothing. It's a stand-in. They get to say and manipulate everything in interviews, and y'all go with it. Y'all like it, I love it, whatever. We get back to Joy and Clifton. We get this confessional, and we finally get, I guess, some realness. She won't answer the questions clearly, but obviously there is some drama within the Petties camp. Clifton is looking at this video for the first time, and he's in shock, and he didn't know that she felt this way. So y'all don't even communicate. What is going on with this couple? Y'all don't even communicate. Like, this is so weird. Don't y'all think? Because it's like, y'all sitting up here like, y'all don't know nothing about each other. But she felt so unprotected. They're asking, where are you unhappy at? In your marriage, with the Carmen situation, with the trip. She admits to the trip and Carmen. Whole situation. When they get back to real time, she says that Clifton knows exactly how she feels about the whole Carmen situation. And it looks like we're never going to see eye to eye on it. So you feel uncomfortable about Carmen, who was your best friend. And Clifton won't answer any questions. He won't be accountable for having her around. The situation seemed to have worked until the show. But Mr. Carlos did ask, so how your relationship with him? There's been tension, but we're in a better place. We've been trying to communicate. We're new at this, even though he's been married Clifton 2 other times. And that's when he barks up and, we're new at this. We don't have longevity like these other couples. So then, Joy, when you were backstage saying, spend time with your family, but y'all don't even communicate. And he's thrown off when he sees this clip that you got going on. So did y'all notice the Pettys during part 1 and part 2, they were holding on to each other for dear life. They were touching each other, and then when they finally had focus on them as a couple, they're not touching. What's going on, Pettys? The reason I am the way that I am is because we got nothing out of you guys, so I'm going to treat y'all like I didn't get anything out of you guys. And I've been giving you guys a chance, but I don't understand why you're here. If you did not have the Tylers, and if Ashley didn't do what she said, y'all would be so irrelevant. Nobody would care about you guys. And the only thing we could write off is about Ready to Love. Here's my final thoughts, because whatever. The third half wasn't really nothing. The third part. Jamie did say something where he said, I have no beef with the Silvers, even though Ashley's mad at me. You have no beef. But you're a terrorist online. You even pulled in your son on Twitter to rally to get the people, the tweeters, to try to get the Silvers off the show when the season aired. And then, Jamie, you said in interviews, is that that Ashley said something that was so unforgivable that they'll never mess with you again. But it looks like it was the other way around, and we didn't hear whatever was supposed to be said that was so unforgivable. But at the end of the reunion, you said you had no beef with them. You are a pathological liar, a manipulator, and a gaslighter. Thank God you're the fan favorites this season. Next season, you may not be that worthy of that title. And then you're going to be the terrorist that you are. You are a liar. You are a liar. And that's where, I've lost my respect. I lost my respect because you're not a real person. No, you're not. You're crazy. All right, so my final thoughts on the whole season. Part A was fire. It was great. Part B was very boring. As far as marriage and family life, it just seems like it was so skim. It was like skim milk. And then then y'all try to wrap up the season and start talking about different couple issues on the last episode. I think that was just trash. We finally hearing Ashley talk about different things, about with Quick and Silva, Quick and her. We heard part of that at the beginning, but then it's just like, it seems like such a huge gap. And then, let's talk about that just to wrap up the season. We lost the Duncans. We didn't know anything about them besides the side chick stuff. We still know nothing about the Pettys. You're still fresh, brand new. Mr. Carlos, I think you should have pressed in on them saying they need something for them. It was revealed with Ashley's Live that you guys were looking to get a special from another network, and that's why you were hiding it. That you guys said at the reunion. There was no type of fire underneath them, and I don't think that that's fair. You gave more fire to the Duncans for something that's irrelevant. We're not there. Not all parties are there. Joyce fighting on behalf of her best friend, which is so dumb. And that's just that. I think that was so unfair to the Duncans. I think it's unfair that the Pettys just got off and have not given us anything. I don't think that they should come back. But I know that you guys are going to bring them back because of how the Tylers have latched onto them. Of course, the Tylers, I've lost respect for you guys, and that's just that. If they do come back for another season, if the Silvers are gone, and we're left with the Pettys and the Tylers, I am not watching. I support everything Mr. Carlos does. I even supported when I didn't even want to watch with Monique and Chris. I'm not going to do it because they'll bring in another couple. Somebody's going to have to be the villain. And probably those two couples are going to join together to make the new couple a new villain. Now, it can work in those people's favor, or as far as the Tylers and all that, or not working in their favor. It depends how people perceive you. But if you were bamboozled this season and you really trusted the Tylers now, y'all gonna believe that the new couple is the villains and doing all this crazy stuff. But y'all liars. Y'all liars. Y'all are liars. And I just don't know. But it's not going to be interesting. And the show is not going to be interesting without the Silvas, without Ashley. I think the Tylers are interesting as far as their dynamic. I don't believe much truth that comes out of them, though. So that makes me just back up from them. The overall season, I'm a grade on, it's hard. I'm going to give it a D. Again, part 2A was phenomenal. Part 2B was quite trash. It was trash. I just don't know what happened. And then, unfortunately, the cast had been horrible online, and that has really skewed our perception of the show. The interviews have skewed our perception on the show. So I don't know what you guys are going to do. Hopefully you guys get it together. I don't know. That's all I do have. Y'all can get in the comments. There wasn't much to the reunion, part 3. But I think that this was supposed to be a great franchise, but it is fractured. I don't know how to fix it, and I don't think Mr. Carlos knows how to fix it because too much has gone on. I wish he was able to, was able to tell these folks, get offline. They're grown. They're grown. And now, ooh, that Tyler wants to get online and act like he's such an angel. He acts like he gets reality and knows how to handle it. Whatever. I'm tired of talking about them. Which y'all can tell me in the comments. I told you I'll be griping. Sorry. But that's all I really have for this show at this point. It depends on what is OWN's next move with the show that will determine if I watch and also if I will review. The ball is in their court on what I do. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like, but if this is, let me stop. I'm sorry. Ashley, if this is your last season, I love you. You rock. And they give you the power to be the HBIC. They did it. I'm sorry. I will rock with you because at least I know you're real. Whether people can handle it or not, I will. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. Until the next video, peace.